Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm here to do days 2 and 3 for my December daily. Day 2 is going to be the house page that I built when I was doing some foundation pages, and after I put this 2 on it, I just couldn't get over how much I enjoyed that. Now I know there was a couple comments saying that the smaller one because you could see the door, but I personally am okay with the fact that you can't see the door, you get the point of it, it's fine. So it's going to slide out, and we're going to have, I decided to work on this currently card. So this currently card is going to go in the back, wherever it lines up. And then I took a photo of our inflatables, which I love. So I'm going to trim that down to make that fit. We're going to do all the measurements so everything's where it needs to be. But oh, I love it so much. And then what I thought I would do is, of course, you know, when you think you have this really fun idea, and then, you know, everyone else has the same idea too, which I love because it just shows us how much our brains kind of all think differently, but still similarly. Like we still kind of we all have that crafty brain. And so Danielle, for her product play this year, of course, made a house out of this label, and I thought maybe to play at the top of that, I would just create another house. So I might follow her class and do that. I pulled a few different tags depending on the sizing I wanted to do, but I love that. So I'll cover that with a piece of pattern paper of some kind, and we'll just build a house on top of that. And then finally I have well, one of these is a photo, but they're each going to have a little bit of journaling and talking about the inflatables. So this will be one story. Our new nutcracker that Sean picked is the second story. And then we're going to talk about our bah humbug moment about when we opened up our Christmas containers and found mold, and how unexciting that was, and how almost devastating, and I almost cried. So we're going to talk about those, and those are going to be my 3 stories, and then it's going to just slide in like that, and we'll move on to day 3. So let me kind of cut things down, build that little house, and I'll get this together. All right, let's talk about where we are at. So I have stitched my house together with my awesome little inflatables there. I love this. And then on the back, I just used some tissue paper so that you can't really see, you know, the mess. And then we're going to lay this on top, just kind of like this. And then I did make the house. I had to trim it a little bit to make it fit with the parameters that I needed, but I think it's really cute. And we'll just add a little chimney to that one too. And I'll probably put a little embellishment there just for a little added something, I think. So the last thing I need to do is attach these. And I was thinking about how I was going to do it, because at first I was like, I'm gonna have to like slice and create a thing or something, but instead I realized I could just go ahead and do it like that, so it flips from the bottom, because this is going to be attached down here anyways, and then it can just flip, and you'll see the journaling, and then I'll put maybe a little something on them, and then this one is going to get the picture of the nutcrackers. So that is my plan to wrap it up, and then we'll just find a little embellishment and maybe another little chimney for that. And I think we'll be able to call day 2 done. All right, it's all done and I love it. So it slides out. You see the cute little inflatables, and then it flips over. You've got the little house, and then the 3 little photos that flip down. And then there's one actual photo, a couple embellishments. This is a little thick. I might, maybe I should change this. But then my journaling for each one. And then it just slides back in. And I love it. So much fun. You guys, I highly recommend making a gigantic house. There you go. Let's move on to day 3. All right, so for story 3, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the coffee going shopping story. And my plan with this one is again to use these awesome little squares, and I already have my Starbucks one on one because I like the idea of that. And it's just going to mimic, it's going to be a 2-page spread, and I'm going to cut these to fit. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all like a flip and they'll all be one story, if I'm going to separate them. I haven't quite decided that part yet, but it's talking about going to my local nursery called Potter's, and they absolutely decorate the store up and create a really fun, every little nook and cranny has different Christmas stuff. That's a second trip we went on as a family. And so we're gonna do that. And then I have like a big number 3 if we need it. I have this cute little wood veneer. It is thick, so I'm a little hesitant to use that. But I also thought we could add the coffee veneer, wood veneer. That's not a wood veneer, that's vellum. And I could put my number 3 on there, maybe a different 3, I don't know. I pulled it, we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to, in the other spots, have some of these. I thought I'd use kind of like the fun, bright colored ones. Be playful. Maybe not the, well, I mean, I went ornament hunting, so I feel like that's, and I definitely want a title somewhere, so we'll see. We'll see, but that's kind of my plan here. I have a this December story, which could be a title. I have, well, it's not really a simple quiet moment, but ornament, the ho ho ho, ornament, bows, not in around here. So that's kind of my initial plan. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to have it on this page protector because of the fact that my day 3 story obviously is being backed up against my day 2 story, which also has a bit of a see-through effect to it. And I'm wondering if, unless I put like something in between the two, probably not the best idea. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but it's probably not the best idea to do it on there. So why don't I get all of this cut out? I do have to decide, my journaling is just ever so slightly too big. I should have made it just a little bit smaller. I might go and handwrite it instead. I do like to have my own writing words, handwritten words, as well. So that's an option. But let me get this kind of cut out and then we'll go from there. All right, so here is where I am at. One thing is I can trim this down just ever so slightly, I think, and it'll fit just a little bit better. My journaling, like I said, it's, I can reprint it, I guess, but I'm just gonna let it be, I think. I think we'll be okay. And then I would add in, I have this little sticker that says first red cup of the season, and I'll either add it here or here or here. I think I might do it on one of those two. So that'll work well. And now I just have to decide if I want to add this, leave it on the transparencies and deal with how I'm gonna back them, or if I want to grab a piece of paper and do it that way as well. So let me grab my paper options and let's look. Let's see what we could do. I will have to be careful because like I can use this one, but I would have to add something to the ends of it, which is kind of yeah, I don't know that I love that. Any paper I use would have to have, unless it was white or like a, you know, a cardstock, would have to have something. I think we're just gonna work with the page protectors. That was an easy decision. So Okay, that part is made. So we're going to slide in the easy parts, the easy ones. Maybe we'll slide in the easy ones. There we go. Okay, and then I will use red line adhesive to go ahead and make the rest of it stick. That's always always what I suggest, is that like this is fine. This one I can get down with whatever. But then when you're gonna, because this is gonna stay outside the page protector, red line, or I can even stitch, because it'll be covered up. I could even stitch here and then red line on the outside, but that will at least keep it in place, which would be awesome. And it might look kind of cool to have them all. We could stick little ribbons through and then kind of stitch them all. So we're still using the page protector. That's still outside the page protector. And I can do a fun little stitch, like I could stitch, let's see. I could stitch at maybe the bottom of each one, maybe right in the middle. What can we do here? These ones are going to be easy. I'll stitch those ones first. These ones aren't going to matter too much because the 3 is going to go on top. And then I just want a ribbon out of that one. Yeah, I'm going to stitch. So I'm going to stitch and I'll be right back and we're going to wrap this up. Thankfully, this one's really easy because it's literally just throwing in a few photos and then a very slight amount of embellishment and then it's done. So one's coming together very quickly. All right, it's all done. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Everything's nice and secure. I did go in and just add a couple little pops of bling to match the gold on the number 3. And I just stitched right along where you would put the ribbon, and I just decided I like that look and I'm happy to go with that without having additional ribbon on there. So yeah, this one was really quick. If you are into this type of idea, I would highly recommend giving it a shot. If you have a day that you just need to get something done, but you have a couple photos and can write a story, this is an easy one. All right, guys, so that does it for my stories 2 and 3. Thanks so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.